Hello everyone. This is going to be a little bit of a different kind of video. As I'm working on my stuff here, I wanted to talk about the gift of disappointment. Yeah, it seems kind of counterintuitive, but the reality is that disappointment can be your best friend. Disappointment can be something that maybe not what you expected or what you were hoping for, but might just be the thing that you need. There's an ancient Dallas proverb about an old farmer who has one horse that he plows his fields with. And one day, the horse runs off. His neighbors say to him, "What bad luck for you?" The old farmer just says, "Good luck, bad luck, who knows?" The next day, his horse comes back, leading a whole team of wild horses. The neighbors all say, "What good luck for you?" The old farmer just says, "Good luck, bad luck, who knows?" His son gets on one of the horses to try and break it and tame it. The horse bucks him off. He breaks his leg. At which point the neighbors all say, "What bad luck for you?" The old farmer just says, "Good luck, bad luck, who knows?" The next day, the army comes through town drafting every able-bodied man they can find, all the able-bodied men they can find to take them off to war. And there's the farmer's son with a broken leg and can't go. The moral of the story, of course, is what's good luck today may be bad luck tomorrow. What's bad luck today may be good luck tomorrow. So, disappointments like that. I remember when I was a young man, kid of my late teens, all I wanted to do was become a comic book artist and draw for Marvel Comics. And as time was going on, I was realizing that that wasn't going to happen. My parents were getting divorced. There was a lot of uncertainty about where I was going to live, let alone whether or not I'd be able to go to school. So, yeah, took a year off, got into college, and as bad as things were, they would get worse. Both my parents were then diagnosed with terminal cancer, or what would turn out to be terminal cancer. Trying to go to college, full-time, work full-time. And suddenly my dreams of drawing comic books seemed to be rather insignificant. Then when I was 23 years old, and my father died, and 7 months later my mother died, and my one brother and I were taking care of my grandmother. She was pretty self-sufficient, but she wouldn't have lasted very long on her own. And my aspirations of drawing comic books at that point seemed rather insignificant in the face of what I had just gone through. So I decided I needed a semester off. It was in 1992. I haven't been back yet. But I bought a horse, and I rode my horse every day. Some of the best therapy I could have gotten, and found a meaning in life in just the simple pleasures of being out trail riding in the middle of a field on your horse. No phones, No bosses, no customers, just you and the horse and nature. Yeah. Put things into perspective. Um, and then I was offered a job, a promotion at work to become a grocery manager, and ooh, I didn't want to do it. I knew if I did it, if I took that job, that would be the last nail in the coffin, and I would never get that career in art. Would never draw that comic book. But I took the job, and I didn't realize at the time, but it was going to come in handy. Uh, in 2000, my Sifu asked me if I would be interested in taking over the school for him as he went off to do missionary work. So we refined and we trained, and in 2005 I took over, and I've been running this business ever since. The skills that I needed to run a business I got from becoming that grocery manager that I didn't want to do. And I had aspirations to be as successful as my teacher was. And that hasn't happened. But successful enough, I've kept it going. And I never got my name on a comic book. But I've had people tell me what an effect my teaching and my business has had on them. I've had I have a student who's 75 years old, and she said that if it wasn't for me, she probably wouldn't be able to walk anymore. She would have had to retire from work early. She put in 50 years as a nurse, and right now she's away on a trip to Africa. She's walking around on, which she wouldn't have been able to do if not for my little studio. I also had a young man one day say to me that quite often he had thought of taking his own life, and since he'd been training with me, he didn't have those thoughts anymore. I've never had my name on a comic book, but I think that's more of a win. I've been truly blessed with that. And so here I am. All those disappointments were actually preparing me for something else. And here I am, 55 years old, with not one, but two jobs that I really love doing. So what you thought you wanted, I look around at the comic book professionals that I admired so much in my youth, and I see them struggling so much, even after achieving so much fame and notoriety. They're not really having the best time, and feel bad for them, and that they're not as lucky as me. You have to look at those people that have arrived and have succeeded and ask yourself, do they look happy? Are they truly happy? You look at those disappointments you've had in life and what they've prepared you for. You never know what's around that corner. You never know what those disappointments have given you the skills for. And it might just be that you have the opportunity to affect somebody else's life in a positive way. And how can you put a price tag on that? What's your definition of success? Ultimately, it's a personal thing. We all see it. The most successful people in the world, but they're not happy. they're pretty miserable. Um, would you trade your happy life for that? Glass half empty, half full. So yeah, that's the gift of disappointment. The gift of disappointment is, sometimes the worst thing in the world is to achieve your dream, because then you get to find out that it's not what you thought it would be. But learn from it. Be aware enough to, because if you sit there and you dwell on what you don't have, you'll never count the things that you do have. My master said to me one day, I asked him how many students he had, and he said over the years, maybe 10,000. But you don't focus on the students that you don't have anymore. You focus on the ones that you do, because that's really what matters, right? And that's it. Like, look at the thing is, look at the blessings you do have. Look at what you've gained, and not what you didn't get, because that's just a rabbit hole. You'll never be able to fill that up. Anyway, I think I'm going to let my glue dry overnight, and I'm going to get some sleep. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you on the next video.